All right, we're back inside of Andy's shop. He's working on my cabinets. We're redoing the whole entire back of my van. He spent a few hours today designing and stuff.
What's up, weirdos?
He spent a few hours today designing the whole thing and putting it into the computer, and now he's cutting it on the CNC machine. Man, you guys, I am so stoked to see the back of this van come together. For those who don't know, that's Andy. Andy's the gentleman who built all the fancy cabinets in my van already. And this is the big bad CNC machine that has been labeled with the Weirdos Unite sticker. If you missed yesterday's video where I explained to you guys what I'm doing in the back of the van, let me re-explain this for you. The whole back of it is going to be brand new cabinets. This wall will go all the way down with some cubby holes and stuff. A little deck across here about 12 inches up off the ground with a couple of drawers. Then this will go all the way up the other side to the top. And on top of the platform back here is where I'm going to stick my cooler. Raising the cooler up high enough allows me to get access to the cooler from the inside of the van. Bonus! And then when summertime comes, I can just flip the cooler around and then get access to it from the outside. Our little Cruzy bear has been in the office, passed out sleeping. Let's go check on him. Aww. Look at his little tongue hanging out. Hi, buddy. Your little tongue's hanging out, bro. Hey, you keeping the office company? It's my boy. Yeah, it's my boy. Chris is over here working on the dovetailed drawers. Looking good, man. All right, let's pop into the paint booth and see what Andy's doing. He's throwing a first coat of finish on the new cabinet. In the last series of videos that I made with Andy when he was doing the cabinets in my van at the beginning of this trip, he had mentioned in a video that he's gonna start doing van conversion kits where he manufactures them here and ships them out to you, whether you're in Canada or across the US, allowing you to have professional van build cabinets, but yet still doing your DIY build, which I think is pretty cool. And he's got some stuff here that I want to show you guys because he's taken the whole cutting the weight out inside of your van build to the next level. I want to go show you what Andy's doing. People always have the concern about doing a big van build because, oh, it's going to be way too heavy. So Andy has thought of an amazing way to reduce some weight. Look at that. He has cut a honeycomb out of the core insides of the plywood, removing a nice chunk of weight, keeping your van build just a little more lighter for those people that are concerned about it. It's just genius. It still keeps the strength and the integrity of the wood, just reducing the weight. And that's all on the inside of the cabinet where you won't be able to see it anyway. This is just such a genius idea. These cabinets here are going into the same Sprinter van conversion. And if you take a deep look inside here, let's tuck ourselves way in there. You can see the honeycomb inside of these. It is such a genius idea. And look at these cabinets. Oh, that never gets old. Dark in my van, all my electricity is off. I've been working on the electrical a little bit today. You see all these little boxes here with all the little plugs on the end waiting to be plugged into something. Yeah, these are all inline fuses. There's a bunch of them here. So let me go show you what they're all for. Here's the new 12-volt switch panel that's going into my van. Yeah, it looks complicated, right? The cool thing about it is it already came pre-wired just like this. Awesome, it's got the USBs, voltmeter, and individual toggle switches for the lights. Here's the cool part. Take this one for example. On the bottom here is a inline fuse that goes to that first switch, which cuts out the need for adding, you know, circuit breakers or anything like that, like the additional distribution blocks, because you've got all the stuff you need right here in line attached to a pre-wired panel.
And just so you know, he loves this thing. He just loves it.
True that. So here's what makes it so easy. So your positive and negative are here. This goes into the unit on one side and it's pre-wired, so this jumps to all the plugs. So all you need to do is just say this is a light. Take this light, ground it to the body of the van, take the positive cable, connect it to the positive on this inline fuse, and boom, you have one easily done, put together, switched light. So I've unplugged all these ones on the other ones because they're already wired up, ready to go. I'm just waiting for Andy to cut the little hole in here so we can mount this pretty panel into this pretty panel. Don't judge the headlamp. It works. So the panel is pretty easy. You take the positive and the negative and then you connect it to the battery. Sorry, I only got one hand, so I can't show you guys this whole process. So on the top of my deep cycle battery, it's got, besides the big battery terminals, it's got a couple of little posts with a screw on the top, which makes it super easy for connecting little things to the battery. It's like these batteries were waiting for additional things to be put on there. So as you guys can tell, I still have my clamp terminal right there. That goes to my my inverter. I'm going to be replacing my inverter at some point, so that's why I decided to stick with these clamps. I know they're not safe. They could fall off at any point in time. But, you know, for the meantime, until I get another inverter, this one's got a noisy fan, and it's been in my van for a few years. So here's what these do. These go to the middle plugs on these. I just don't know which one's for what. So we're going to connect one at a time and find out what's for what. Okay, this is for... Yeah, we'll do that. So the first one is my main lighting in the van. Huh? Yeah. First one's for all the main lights in the van.
I'll be back.
Okay. You want some cash?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
I got pocketfuls.
Okay, buddy.
Andy's going to get us some food. All right. Sorry guys, I know I'm not doing very good at this. Okay, so this first one is going to stay on. This one is going to be feeding the two switches I have on that other panel. So this one will probably stay on all the time. This is my main house lights. Plug number 3 is nothing, and plug number 4 is nothing. All right, so we're on there. Everything's all good. So awesome, you guys. Look at that. Super, I can take off my little headset now. Telling you guys, get these. They're so awesome for the van. Whew, my batteries are dead. 12.2. It's been sitting here all day running lights. Super stoked. So all the stuff's right there. My battery and stuff is in behind it. So the reason why I left 2 of these with nothing is I pre-wired two cables to the back. So one of them is going to be for my fan, and the second one I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with, but I'm going to run it back there anyway. I might put a couple lights above my garage back there, so if I just want to hit my garage lights, I can just hit my garage lights. So with how things are right now, if I want lights just above my desk, boom, those are my desk lights. If I want lights all around my van, that's the next switch. And that's it. So I have pretty much 3 open terminals on here to use for whatever I need them for. Super excited. Charged with some USB, 12 volt. Woohoo! Super excited, guys. All right, let's screw this thing in. I also added an extra light. Before I used to only just have the 1 light above my desk. Now I've got 2 of them on the same 1 switch accessible here. So if I'm ever editing, I can get freaky, can change all the colors of my lights if I want. And if I need more lighting while I'm live streaming or whatever, boom, we got some extra light. Here's the back cabinets that are going to be going into the van. As you can tell, it is pretty much a square box. So Andy's got to scribe this to fit my wall. How's the scribing going?
Oh, not too bad, eh?
Hey.
Going. So basically the idea is you're working your way in. So you keep on taking off small amounts off it and keep working your way in. So that's where it is right now, and that's about where I want to cut it so it comes off there. Down here is what you're trying to get it close to. So you're bringing this piece into the wall. So you got about 3 inches. So I'm only taking off like 1.5 inches, 2 inches up there. But when we start cutting all this out, so why don't you just take the faint trace lines. When you go up there, you can see it. It's now a little closer to the wall now. This is a little bit more we gotta do in order to get it closer to the top. I really have no use for doing it fast. It's about level. I'm just using my finger, but it's pretty good. I do see this with myself. Almost semi-pro. Put that in. Look at that. If everybody's cabinet looks like that, we'd be laughing.
That's awesome.
Done.
Another van build day is over. Tomorrow, Andy says we're gonna be finishing the entire back of the van. It's gonna be done tomorrow. He's got the cabinets all glued up over there. He's gone home to spend time with the family. We are locked in the shop, and the cool thing is the shop floor is totally flat. No more sleeping city street side where you're slightly tipped towards the gutter all the time on a regular basis. Thankfully, my head is on the opposite side of the gutter, so I always sleep with my head on the higher side, not in the gutter. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed watching Andy do his thing. I always appreciate your guys' time, so hit that subscribe button, and I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Stay weird, everybody.